Alright. Hello everyone. Give me a second. Okay, can you see me? Can you hear me? Yeah, looks like this. Alright. Hello everyone. This week was a bit messy for me. I couldn't really stream on Tuesday as I do usually, and I just kind of decided, alright, I can't do it on Tuesday, but I still want to stream, so I moved it on Saturday, which is today, and I was still kind of late, a little bit late than usual, but you know what, the grind, the streaming, at least once a week, you know, that's what's sort of the internal rule that I set up for myself. So here's the stream. A little bit late, a little bit out of schedule, or like normal schedule, but, you know. Here I am. Today we are continuing, as I planned, Hi-Fi Rush. Today will be the last stream, I think. I feel like we saw more or less everything that this game has in terms of its level design, which is quite linearly structured game, and the levels are more or less quite linear, corridor to arena, arena to corridor, and stuff like that, which is not a bad thing by any means. I am actually, personally, my bias is toward this type of level design, which is linear level design. So that's not really a critique. It's just kind of I feel like whatever I could cover on streams today, like this third stream will be more than enough. Today actually I'm more concerned with environment rather. Last time the game was kind of overstaying its welcome. Its sort of industrial factory warehouse-esque aesthetics. That was definitely a bit tiresome, and I'm just curious what they're going to throw our way today. I don't know, maybe you know, make some observations about level design that I didn't do last two streams. Yeah, let's continue. Oh, the cat! God, look at this cat. It's cute. God, I love you, buddy. 808. Oh, God. And the transition to the, of course, and my avatar every time fucking covers the beautiful cat. Right, we are at our hideout. I remember this place. I remember the weird pitch black void outside of my comfy room. Yeah, it brings some, I don't know, existential thoughts to my head, you know, about the limits of spaces that we inhabit, or maybe our limits, you know, as humans, as cognitive creatures. Like, what is beyond this wall? It's just nothing, really. I don't know, makes me kind of uncomfortable. Kind of, I don't know, the vibes that this artistic choice brings are kind of run contrary to the cozy atmosphere. I don't know, at least for me. Maybe I'm focusing on it too much. Anyway, I need to talk to this to Peppermint. Yeah.
So it looks like I can modify your energy source to micromanage your abilities.
I don't need help.
I know you want to be a rock star, but we need to work together. So, this is what I was working on.
Oh, in the
They're
tutorial.
custom chips to boost some of your abilities.
Sounds cool.
With a few broken Armstrong parts, I can make you passive skills. I went ahead and made you one on the house. Cuts down the time needed to call me in during battle.
All right. And it looks like the game forces us to buy this
It's all
one.
about you, isn't it?
Anyway, you'll need to equip these for them to take effect.
Man, I forgot how this game works at all.
Right now, you don't have many slots to work with, but with some upgrades, you can mix and match skills. So bring me back any Armstrong parts you find, would ya?
Keep an eye out.
Okay, we have another item to keep our eyes for. Okay. All right. Increases the amount restored by healing items. Yeah, so far this feels like one of those, like, you know, when people criticize modern, you know, AAA video games, and they criticize a sort of systemic or mechanical bloating that a lot of those games suffer from. They basically like suffer from a massive amount of just like insurmountable amount of different systems and mechanics, like progression systems, right? All sort of progression systems. They're just, or crafting systems, right? Like the two fundamental, I don't know, pillars you can say of modern AAA games. And a lot of times those games or those system mechanics they just feel completely meaningless. They just feel like they're here to waste your time and waste your space. You know, doing really not much not adding much to overall experience. This mechanic, a system rather, feels exactly like that. It's just like there's some kind of micro or minor bonuses that you can, you know, juggle. I guess they'll get better in time, maybe. But yeah, as a player that doesn't really, not a big fan of like optimizing their builds, for example, but trying to reach like the most optimal state of play, I don't really care. For me, it's just noise, really, which is unfortunate. But at the same time, the game features also quite promising progression system when it comes to like special attacks that actually, you know, give you new moves instead of increase or decrease or change in, you know, stats and figures. I probably don't really care about buying anything. Also, I probably should have lots of money, sort of. Yeah, the combos. Guess let's buy this one. The list is not big, really, right? I just bought it because why not? What this one does actually? Okay. Yeah, the list is not really big, and you can the tags themselves don't really cost much, so I wonder if this is all we're going to get, and or it will be like it will expand in the future. Since I'm kind of in the beginning in the game still, right? As you can probably guess, I unlocked, I guess, like the final system. And I defeat like only one boss. Thanks for the free chip, Peppermint. I just got an achievement that my avatar, my model, is blocking.
Wonder if Peppermint's doing the I'm being nice to you but secretly pissed at you thing. I bet if you could talk, you'd say I looked pretty cool back there.
Yes. Let's just play again.
I bet if you could talk, you'd say I looked pretty cool back there.
Oh, the high five is the best one. Okay, let's go to the next stage.
All right, let's get this over with.
All right, mission report. So according to the files I stole, Spectra is a multifaceted cognitive AI algorithm.
I see.
You know what? Let's keep tech talk to a minimum. Anyway, Spectra is an AI, and AI development happens in the R&D branch. And the R&D branch is deep below the island.
Oh, the
using
dinosaur!
as a natural power source for development experiments.
That is not good.
Actually, it is. Being underground lets us potentially avoid security. Plus, the lava is actually a natural and environmentally friendly source of energy.
Okay, sure. Anyway, who's this guy?
That's the head of R&D, Zonzo. He runs the whole branch from the AI.
God, I am getting some real JoJo vibes from this.
He looks insane.
Reviews from workers aren't too hot on this guy. He's a perfectionist. Scrap and build until it's right. You build it, he scraps it.
Creator complex. But that hair.
Neural interface. His ideas are everything, so he modded himself to directly input his concepts into the work pipeline. Anyway, we sneak in, hack his computer, download and destroy Spectra, and get out.
Easy peasy. Ah, the cat! The cat! See the cat! Ah. Yeah, the cat. Yeah.
Chai, get there yet?
It's kind of sad actually that we're getting underground.
Yeah, I think I found it.
Because I wonder if we probably won't be able to get the same level of vista that we got in the beginning, right? The beautiful vista of the whole city. But I welcome this change of environment, I guess, in more rocky, cavey sort of, natural cavey sort of environment, mixed together in some, we'll see exactly what. These boxes don't bring hope. They kind of make me suspicious a little bit. Okay, yeah, the grapple hook.
I probably don't need to tell you this, but don't step in the lava.
Ugh, give me some credit here.
Didn't want to take any chances.
Oh boy, of course. The rocks are moving to the rhythm too. This is nice lava texture. Very... not realistic, of course. Cartoonish. But I still dig it. No! Oof. That actually didn't hurt that much. But it looked like it. It hurts. The crystals on the right, the green ones, or more like yellowish ones? Actually no, there are more of these. There's even the robot. Wait, is it the robot is waving to me? Wait a second. Huh? Can I get to them? Yeah, they're waving to me. I'm not just seeing things. Kind of makes me curious if I can get to them, but I don't see it. I guess it's just a guy that is happy to see any living soul in this environment. Oh, and we can see, actually, we can even see the lava is like flowing through those pipes that are, I guess, transparent. Which is, well, I guess they have the tech. This corporation is definitely impressive. There is even the robot who carries the, you know, like advertisement screen that shows us the villains when they speak, right? Which is kind of a little bit weird. What are you doing here, buddy?
We're on the lookout for any suspicious individuals. Human, messy hair. No need to panic, but if encountered, please run away and contact security.
I've seen this character before, like on Twitter and others, like on Steam community. People are like just super crazy about her, which I can kind of get. Yeah, I'm definitely looking to see and encounter her more. I think one property that this environment sells quite well, I think, is just the feel. It's like the physicality of the space, like the temperature. When you look at this, it does feel hot, right? It's just like I can easily imagine that. Yeah, this staying in this place is just miserable experience for a human. You will be sweating constantly, and I'm not even talking about the fact that you are so close to the lava, right? So yeah, that's kind of, it's one thing that, you know, conventional video games and even VR games too just struggle with, right? It's conveying the temperature of the space that you inhabit. Oh, I love this arrow. These arrows. I can... Yeah, and also... Yeah, this whole place is like very... It doesn't look like the corporation holds a good ground in this area, right? It's just like it's more like they have like sort of expedition here. They just entered this area and they started like establishing first sort of you know, basic elements. You can see those like tiles, planks, or whatever you can, panels you can call them for the floor. It's all what? Did I? Oh, it has no... Okay, that was weird. It has no collision, but it also actually has collision, and it's physics based. Huh. Okay. Anyway, yeah, we're in some wild territory. Also, this arrow again is just well. Well, in a game like this,
Expansion in that area. Should be your ticket in.
another arrow.
As long as I don't melt first.
Even a character mentioning how hard it is in here. Yeah, again, the game Hi-Fi Rush is like a game that can kind of get away with this. You know, there's like very obnoxious, in your face, you know, guiding signs when there's like no need for them really. It's alright. Sneaky collectible. This is some sexy crystals. No, not sure I like reflection, and it changes on depending on like camera position. Yeah, it kind of looks weird. The warning sign is cute. Oh, these splashers! It looks like they should just hit me. Yeah, I am in lava right now. I'm just soaked in lava at this point. Like, it's kind of, I guess, just like a very basic, point that you should be careful when it comes to metrics of your space, right? This effect it does not fit. It's like the hole is too small for this effect. It feels like it kind of was added maybe a little bit later to this area. Like they decided, like, okay, we need something, some sort of like very minor, sort of time-based. Oh, I just fell. Time-based puzzle, quote unquote, I guess. So that's a big word for this particular element, and they just added it, and it turned out to be a bit big. But again, not really a big deal, especially considering that it's not really a game again where you care about, like, everything is exaggerated, everything is kind of walking on this line of being surreal. So like, whatever. Okay, new enemy. Oh, that's that's a cool sword, if you can call it a sword. Okay, time to remember how to play this game, because I definitely. How do I summon Peppermint? How do I summon Peppermint? I need her. I remember that I need her to use to break. I need to go to options because I just forgot. Wait a second. Control settings. Wait. Options, combo list. Am I just blind that I don't see the control bindings? Okay, yeah, I am blind. Power interact. Active special attack. Pause. Dodge magnet. Partner select. Okay, it's. All right, it's alt. Okay, let's see what's your movie then. Oh wait, was it a range attack? The effect was a little bit. No, this is just normal melee stuff. It's kind of interesting that this guy can actually go into the air. I think he's the first one. Yeah, I don't think he has any range attacks actually. I just misread. I'm going to die. I'm just going to die. Interesting how the game like immediately started giving me medkits. I wonder if it's dynamic actually, like the system. That it checks my my current state, what resources I have, like health. I'm so bad at this. I shouldn't have used the special attack. A bit of a waste. Yeah, I kind of wasn't noticing this before, how game gives me the resources during battle, since it's kind of hard to keep up with stuff like this during all the chaos, but it looks like it's dynamic, judging from that particular encounter. Okay, so yeah, look at this. Yeah, maybe you're going a little bit, maybe you're doing a little bit too much with this, because it's like, it's so clear right where I'm supposed to go. Are you just taunting me? Are you just, what are you doing, level designer, or whoever put this arrow decal? You're just like, what kind of sick game you're playing with me? Oh, well, so this area, is it like some sort of dynamite attached to the, or is this like a giga stalagmite or like giga stalagmite? I don't know which one is which. Yeah, looks like it. I kind of like this vista. It's like it looks like a good reveal of the whole area, right? But the problem is, when I enter this place, first of all, this is not how I enter this area, right? This is my primary frame. When I enter this room, and when I enter this room, I immediately start the combat sequence. So I don't really have time to look and appreciate the vista. When I'm done, chances are, as a average player that doesn't care much about appreciating the environment art, I just like look at this arrow and okay, this is where I need to go, and I just go up. And this, the next scene, the next frame, that is just not even close in terms of like aesthetics, in terms of like beauty, right? It's just not even close compared to really nice scenery that you can appreciate, like from this particular angle, from this particular position. It's just, oh man, it feels like a bit of a waste even, because honestly it feels like at certain point the player was supposed to enter this area, maybe somehow, like sort of from this direction, not from that direction, but like somewhere from here. Or maybe not. Sometimes you get a beautiful scenery, a beautiful like frame of environment just accidental. It just happens. It just happens. I mean, this is also pretty good, but again, for the player. Oh, what is this? Some piece of lore. Okay, R&D service log part 1. Service robot log day 1, 9 AM, PM? Here we go, first day in the game. I may just be a service robot, but by the end of this, I'll be calling the shots. Sure, they have me passing arrows around the construction site, but hey, people need to know where to go. First, I show them where to go. Next thing I'm telling them, I'm telling them where to go. Just because the rock area was a bit more stable. I talked about this last stream, but like it's this like very annoying way of treating something that is just, as a creator, you sort of feel a bit ashamed of, right? Like those arrows are just, again, so far we didn't really have any sort of like exploration beats really to get lost, some like even get half lost or something, right? No, so far the level was quite linear, and these arrows, they just are not needed. It's the readability of space is just good enough that I don't need any like external explicit signs to guide me. I can see where I need to go. right? Just by looking at the environment. And so you put all this obnoxious, annoying arrow signs, and then you're like, okay, how do we make it not so bad? Oh, let's put something. Let's put some piece of narrative, like this lore, like note that tells the player that actually we are aware of this. Haha, yeah, this is a joke. We're aware of what we're doing, buddy. It's like we're also kind of making fun of it, But it doesn't work. It's just, it makes you even more annoying because you see clearly that developers are aware that what they're doing, but they're still doing this. They're trying to kind of like play it off, in a sort of seemingly quickie, funny, meta way. But it just, for me at least, and from other people that I've seen, like I've seen people sharing the same sentiment that I feel when I encounter this kind of like approach to design and writing. Also, it's kind of funny how the arrow decal works with moving rock. It's like clearly so glitchy.
Looks like some explosives set to clear the rock formations.
Well, let's clear them.
I like how the icon like literally has peppermint face, just like to immediately remind you like, oh yeah, it's I can summon peppermint.
Here we go. Peppermint, come on.
Try this out.
All right, yeah, that was a fun little way to progress and remove obstacle, I guess. Oh. What is this? this all right, yeah. Oh, also it makes me think, I wonder if crates are dynamic too. I wonder if these crates, like, they look green, right? But I wonder if they can also like change what kind of collectibles they throw onto you, depending on your status. Oh, that's a nice point of like branching. Like you can see that there is like an area below, but the critical path looks like it's just upstairs, right? And so you can go down first and explore below area. There is like a nice quality like of verticality, right, to it. It's not just, okay, there is a corridor, like T-shaped corridor, and I can go left, I can go up. Oh, not up, I can go right. No, this is actually like, it's just more exciting, like, okay, I can jump down. Even so, it looks like that's really it. It's like the whole room. Man, the ladder is so taunting. It's just like, it really just wants me to go up and climb it. But yeah, I can't really. Is there anything on this side? Doesn't look like it. Oh no, the robots! What happened?
It's too hot. I can't do it. We aren't even programmed to feel the heat. Fix the generator. But I'm tired. Why do they always pair me up with you? I never get anything done.
Man, I feel this, Robert. I feel this one. It's... God, this fucking arrow! And this arrow too! Anyway, yeah, You know, when it comes to what seasons you hate most, for me, summer is just like hot summer season is just it's worse than like cold winter season because of the sweat. Like the sweat is disgusting. Oh my god! Here I was thinking how soon I will encounter you, buddy. Yeah. I don't know how many times we will see this. Oh, actually, I don't remember this like the Clint system phrase before. Oh, there's like also you can see air sign. So this time, yeah, that's actually I think this is new. Like the other props like this that we saw in previous levels, they didn't have any wording on them. So it was always kind of just like abstract sort of. You kind of try to guess its functionality, like what it is, some sort of generator, some sort of pump-based generator or something. I don't know. This one actually gives you some sort of hint, right? Like, okay, it's some sort of mechanism that is, you know, related to some like ventilation, air cleaning, right? So you can, like, if a few decals. I mean, they're pretty explicit, right? They're just like literally words that tell you, like, okay, clean system, air, all right. But it's still like a nice solution to kind of. I don't even want to call this like the problem of asset functionality like being obscure, considering that it's just decorative. It's just a decoration. But still, you know, it was like taunting me, and I tried to figure out what this thing is. Okay, a little hidden exploration room here. Oh, look at this juicy lava being drained. Oh, I can go down here too. All right, that's actually starts getting very exciting. No, I didn't want to do this. This is the logo guy. That's a snail. The company's logo, the Tango Workshop, if I remember correctly. Oh, actually no. That's the excitement is over. I'm kind of sad I can't interact with this. This little guy. Okay, we have a giant button on the sign that says "Don't hit." So I guess this is going to activate this a lava geyser. Is this how you call them in English? Oh, that's kind of. Fuck! Oh, that was actually kind of complicated. Okay. Ah! Oh, damn it! No! What is a bit annoying is how the right mouse button prompt, it appears kind of like on the other side, right? It's on the side of the screen. It's the previous button prompt is like on the left bottom corner, and then the next one moves to the upper side and the middle, and it's just like it's because they kind of blend a little bit with the environment. They just, and because how timing is very tight, it's a bit annoying. Oh, come on. Oh, I didn't activate the lava geyser. Well, I did activate it, but I activated the grappling hook thingy. So I completely misread my intentions. Like the intentionality, like my idea of what was happening was just completely wrong. Can I even... No, it's just so funny because I can't even like misclick and use the grappling hook while the lava geyser is on, because it deactivates the button. Yeah, I'm not even sure I can get hit by this lava geyser. It's so interesting. It's just decorative. It looks like. It creates an impression of danger, you know, and risk. But while it's in reality, it's just, yeah, no, you can't really get hit. Peppermint? Overcharge. Okay, Road Gorge on demand. Use an overcharge battery. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can kind of, yeah, I can see it on the UI. All right, that was a fun room. Like the goods. One sort of quality, like one thing that Hi-Fi Rush just is pretty good at, I think, is how, you know, one of the problems that you can fall when it comes to linear level design, right? The problem is not really the linearity in its own, right? When some players, you can see them like complaining about like, oh man, it's so linear, it's so like boring and stuff. It's the problem really in those cases, not the structure, like not linear structure of the level, but rather their impression, right? That the player gets from like environment art, for example. Like if the corridor that you're moving through is just literally enclosed area, like a literal corridor, where, for example, like the gameplay boundaries, like the boundaries of game space that you navigate, like are actual boundaries, also like visual boundaries too, right? Of environment art. It just kind of immediately gives you this like impression of how the feeling, like the experience of being confined in this like very linear, very like rigid, simple space that you just need to move through in one specific order. And one way to deal with it, and one way to sort of remove or like alleviate at least this feeling of confinedness, feeling of linearity, is, well, you add a lot of openness, right, to the area. Like in this room, for example, this room is just like one corridor, right? You get like a few rooms that you can, side exploration rooms, when you can go down and explore a bit, go left and explore a bit, but ultimately it's just a corridor, and a pretty simple one at that. But what this particular area is great at is just how open it is, right? How big the whole, like visually, how big the space is, right? It's just it helps to remove, and again, or elevate at least, this whole impression of like, oh, I'm just moving through a corridor. I'm just moving through this like boring, simple corridor that, you know, some level designer put without any, you know, sense of imagination or anything like that. Like, no, that was, yes, structurally I just moved through like a very simple corridor, but visually it's like just a great, impressive, area that is like just like feast to my eyes to look at. It's just like big open caverns, like filled with lava geysers, and like those elevations, right, that provide also vertical movement too, right? It's not just like all sort of boring, simple, monotonous horizontal movement that you would get in like in an office corridor, for example, environment. No, this one is just, it's still corridor, it's still quite linear, but it doesn't feel like I'm just moving through a very linear level, right? I feel like I'm actually moving through some sort of space, and there's like more to it, because I can see like the extent of the whole area. So yeah, that's the kind of like one thing that Hi-Fi Rush is definitely excels at creating those like big open spaces. It just like create a sense of openness, right? When you just look at them, when you move through them. But in reality, it's just like linear. Not to say that Hi-Fi Rush doesn't have corridors that feel like corridors. This game definitely features those too, but there is enough variety, so it doesn't like feel monotonous. Oh, it's like it's open can. I tried to figure out what this thing is. Buddy, you're not even doing this right. You're supposed to put the bait into the well, in this case it's lava.
Not much but rocks down here, but sometimes you gotta break the tension. You don't rat on me, I don't tell anyone you're not supposed to be.
Yeah, it's okay, buddy. It's all right. You do what you want to do. Oh, look at these lava falls. Just juicy, so juicy. That was a nice corridor. Again, it was like a very simple corridor, right? But visually, you just look at this and you look at this, all these fucking lava falls, and you're like, damn, that looks great. And it's kind of and also the way you move through this corridor, right, through this grappling hook mechanic, which adds an additional level of excitement, and variety to your, traversal. It's just, again, it's, oh fuck, I fall again. I like how I get like completely black during like the burning effect is applied. Oh, and now we're entering another very promising room.
Ooh, you are missing this great view, Peppermint.
I'll take
And you
my
can
air
even
conditioning. Thanks, though.
remember how I was kind of like a bit confused and was lamenting the previous area, how there was like a really great spot that could serve like a great introduction, like a intro frame, right, of this whole area for the player, and how it just like the level structure actually doesn't support this. This is how you do it. Like, this is a good example how you introduce a new particular vista. And then you saw even like for a brief moment they even like zoomed out the camera to let you appreciate like the whole scenery even more. So this is basically like a very exemplary way of introducing a new area that like is just beautiful, and a lot of work was put into its environment art. Okay, I can see the arena. It's kind of surprising that there are robots already spawned. Hi-Fi Rush is not exactly a game where you can just, you know, like in your... There is no element of planning, right, added to at least your action gameplay. I can't really, like, let's say, like in Dishonored, get into vantage point, right, to look around and see, like, okay, I see this spot where the guards are staying. Okay, I see what their, like, patrolling routes are. All right, I'll like play around this. I'll do this. I'll like move around them or something, or I'll like engage with them in this particular way. That's not really a game where you can do this, so it's kind of funny how they still provide you this element of, you know, that goes with planning, right? Just being able to sort of observe gameplay space and kind of see what is like awaiting you. Oh, that's a fun roller coaster. Oh. Okay, let's target the range guy. And now for the flying enemy? There was a flying enemy, right? No? Okay, I'm just hallucinating, it looks like. It's interesting how the arena's actual like boundaries are not even the environment's boundaries. You see how like it doesn't even align with like the edges, the physical like of geometry, which kind of makes sense because there are like a lot of I can't even like it in a sense because it feels very contrived, but at the same time it removes this like possibility of getting stuck into all of these like assets, right? Like all these rocks, boxes, crystals that you can like, if you get like behind this this fence, yeah, that's just the eye won't be able to handle it. So I guess yes, it feels very contrived, and this element I definitely don't like. But what it allows environment artists to create like a dense. It allows environment artists to create like environments with, you know, very dense level of details. Like there's a lot of assets, you know, to be present in, and not create any problems for gameplay. So you can see the pros and cons of this one, right? Oh, the power beam! That was a weird camera shot, but okay. And look at this, this 360 wisdom. Well, it's not exactly 360. This particular pad is not very detailed and impressive, but it is just like, it's overwhelming, right? Like look at these spires, look at this, like I don't know, it's just so good. I love this pipe work. Like it's some sort of like, I don't know, creature, you know, like insect or something. The shape that those like stacked pipes create. Damn, that's really good. These red pipes, a little bit sicker, you know. Still appreciate the fatness of them. Okay, anything to explore for me? Doesn't look like it.
Shaking. Probably nothing to worry about.
It is kind of funny how they added this element, you know, of like some like cavern collapse or something, of a rock collapse. Since as a player, right, I don't really think there is like any substantial danger to me in like from environment, right? Because even falling into the lava is just it's not very punishing, right? I get into the lava, I lose like a little chunk of health, and I'm immediately back into action. So it's kind of interesting actually if you think about it. It's like, look at, oh no, rocks are falling on me, oh my god. Well, that's just decoration. You actually saw how some of these rocks are just like clipped through my character's model, right? It's just decorative. But like the interesting aspect of it is just like the contrast, right, between, or rather like dissonance, maybe you can say, between what the game is going for, sort of mood-wise, like visual-wise, and like the gameplay component of the game. Because the gameplay component of the game is that environmental hazards are just not really a thing, right? The environment is just, it does not present a threat to you. You are extremely mobile. Even if you fall into, let's say, lava, the punishment is basically, it's just like, it's so minor, it's, you can argue, almost non-existent, at least on the difficulty level that I'm playing on. So when you try to create this like impression of like very unstable, dangerous environment to go through, like everything is collapsing, the lava geysers like everywhere, it's just, it's a feast to look at visually, but it just doesn't create any sense of like of danger at all, right? It's just like, it's a park attraction, like, right? And then it's just like, yeah, oh, boo, be scary, rocks are falling, and you're like, yeah, I know I'm not in danger. I paid you for this. I paid you to throw a bunch of rocks to create this impression that I'm danger. Sort of, kind of, analog, I guess. Analogy, rather, comes to my mind. Yeah, it's it's interesting point to think about how big of a deal this sort of mismatch. Probably not that, I would say not that big of a deal. It's just kind of like, it's kind of funny to think about. Because imagine if it was Dark Souls, right? Imagine if it was like a Souls game. I would be nervous, I would be tense, I would be just scared shitless. But all those like geysers and rocks, because those rocks, those falling rocks, that would probably kill me in Dark Souls, right? So in a different game, the same environment, you just create drastically different experience, right? Okay, the geysers can actually hit me. Good to know.
You did not mention volcanoes, Peppermint.
Usually that's implied when talking about magma.
Oh, okay. All right, so
Working relationship.
Well, next time, communicate to me when you're gonna mess up my plans again.
yeah, okay, that's interesting. So they actually decided to go into the environmental harden thing, and now we're getting into this volcano that shoots projectiles and kind of adds a bit of a area of denial effect, right? Which I assume right now it's more of just of introduction, but I guess that sounds exciting when it comes to combat arena, which I assume this is what they will add to like the next combat space. Okay, that that got a nice unexpected turn. Oh, hello, Poppy Boy. 808 best character? Well, yeah, I haven't seen a lot of characters, right? I'm just kind of like in the beginning, but the cat is definitely at the top. It's like top 3, I guess, for me. So it's definitely the highlight so far. Okay. And another thing about these open spaces that another like quality that you can also appreciate is how it creates this very clear and visible sense, tangible sense of progression, right? Because everything is just open, you can see like a lot of areas that you visited already or you'll visit in the future. And so as you move on, you can just look back and you look down and you see immediately like, oh, wait a second, I was there. I passed through the space. I beat a bunch of robots in that room. And so it's another sort of good quality of this particular like level design, I guess, approach you can say, is how just it creates a very clear sense of progression for the player, which is because of the Roland TR-808. Is it? You know why? The well-known Cobalt sound. Oh, I didn't know about this at all, actually. Okay, that's interesting piece of trivia. Okay. Okay, all right. Let's see what they. Oh, they have. I like this. I like you can see how the area that will get hit. There is like the overall radius that denotes like where the damage is, right? But you can also see there's like another radius, the orange one, that shows you how soon this like volcano projectile will hit to the ground. So you can actually see, because you can't really see them, right? You can't really look at the ground and see how close the projectile is. So yeah, that's some good stuff right here. And it feels like it's also synced with the rhythm. Yeah, it kind of like the whole like area hint like is synced with the rhythm too. The rock is, yeah, it's like like this whole saying how like the world is moving to the beat is just, it's the rocks, like at this point the rocks are actually not even like that impressive. Like, and especially in the beginning you see how like the pipes or like the boxes are moving. It's just, yeah, it's at this point you kind of like, yeah, that's how this game works. Like look at this little guy. He's having a blast. Also, it's so big. Damn. Like look at him. It's almost as big as me. Oh man, look at the character's feet. How it's just like it perfectly sits on the like on this I don't even know what you call it, like this sign thingy. It's just there is no clipping at all, just like perfect collision. Damn, it's just like just pleasant to look at. That's just like that's some really nice like collision work. Yeah, damn. Yeah, you can see, because you can see on the cone there is some clipping. You can see how the feet is actually clips. But on this one, no, that's perfection. It's just like, it's like, that's a Chad collision, that's like a version collision, you know? Okay, anyway, let's just progress. I feel like I didn't even cover like 1/3 of the level, and it's already been like 1 hour. Oh no! Oh, is it the robot that was putting arrows throughout this whole like area? I also like how this projectile, it just hits the area that I can't even get to. It's like, it's just outside of my like gameplay space. It's just like to create like overall impression of like of chaos, right? That everything is just in this state of danger. flipping always gonna happen in certain games. Yeah, it is. Oh my god, it is inevitable ultimately, right? And this, so it's kind of just more like most of the time you don't really pay attention to. It's just, you know, some people like me, you know, get a little bit more attention to it when they're in the mood. Yeah. Okay. Let me go. Oh, actually, no, I guess this is not the arrow robot because you can see more arrows, so... Oh, I wonder, what's like the environmental storytelling? Did the arrow robot kill this guy? Something? How did you die, buddy? Oh, maybe you died from the volcano? But the sign would just like fly away, right? Probably. Yeah, I don't know what's this corpse is about. The man died doing what he loved, giving directions. This is what, like, yeah, this is what I saw in the beginning. But you can clearly see, like, you can see someone painted this arrow. Oh, maybe he got a replacement? Maybe, like, there are, like, actually hundreds of arrow robots. And they just, like, constantly die and being replaced. You know, that would be in line with, like, the whole corporate, you know, oppression that this game is going for. Yep, of course. Perfectly safe. Okay, this is nice. This is, again, like, it's relatively simple mechanic, right? But it adds, like, again, just a variety and freshness to this, you know, experience of just moving through the space, right? It's not very challenging, but it's not like this particular one, right? It's not even in your way. I mean, it kind of prevents you from getting these little goodies. Health tank. Okay. It's very easy to dodge them too, right? Like, the timing is very generous. The, like, warning, again, is very generous too. You see it miles away, but yeah, it just adds a little bit to the whole traversal. And I also kind of like how this particular area is just like gives you a lot of freedom, relatively, which is a nice change of pace too. Time to call health and safety executive. Yeah, they like in this particular world, or like in this particular corporation, that's, I think that was health and safety executive, right? Oh, what is this? What is this piece of graffiti? Oh, it's a cute robot. I wonder if it was like drawn by the arrow robot too. They just like got tired of drawing arrows all the time and decided, like, actually this time I'm going to be a little bit more creative, more artistic. Just damn, look at these look at these pipes. God, this is just, I love this so much. It's like a spider, like a spider made of pipes that lives in these caverns. And I also like the color, the contrast with the currents too. Good stuff all around. Okay, anything that I maybe missed? Another thing to know, this game actually released finished. Yeah, this is, I guess, a good point to how I don't really remember like a lot of people complaining about like performance issues or like bugs and stuff like this for this one. So that's definitely like in the current state of like of AAA, it is like a commendable thing. It is a highlight that the game is stable. Like at launch, the game came out to be stable in terms of performance and bugs. That's just like, yeah, actually that's actually impressive these days. Now look at this guy carrying the giant monitor. You can feel that he's struggling. Okay, this is yeah, I didn't get to that particular arena. It looks a little bit like the one that I already visited right before, like behind that volcano, I think. So that's a little bit confusing, but again, not really a big deal. Time for another roller coaster. Damn, I am... Okay, I did not expect to get in this particular room. Okay, I love this guy already. Robot bike. Bike robot.
Got a weird one.
Weird one? You mean the cool one? Oh, it's like it's buffing others? Or like it gives other enemies the shield? So it's like some sort of support AI, it looks like. Okay, that's cool. Ow, ow, that hurt. And it's pretty mobile too, which makes sense. The whole bike design. It kind of like intuitively you get it. Like, yeah, this guy is probably very fast. Come on. Am I like supposed to use Peppermint for this one more actively? Yeah, that actually, yeah, this spinning move. Wait a second, can I break the staff? Yeah, I can. Okay. Oh, and it also jumps in the air. Buddy, stop it. You're too cool. Okay, yeah, I'll just deal with the slow ones first. Okay, it's not the end. All right. They're horrible. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling the pain. That's for sure. It's like you would think that because this guy is like supports other enemies, right? You wouldn't think that he should be a priority, but it's kind of hard to like target him like in the middle of all of this because he's just so fast. And it's kind of like I feel like I should be more like I should just focus as like staff and deal with a bike dude in the end. And I also can't launch him in the air, right? He has like this armor thingy, so it's hard to like control him. And I don't remember any combos that I have. Just forget about this. Ah. Holy shit, I'm getting S? Are you kidding me? Oh, no, come on. Alright. I'm still getting what's like the final score? I didn't notice. Yeah, it was I am just in general very bad at rhythm games. It's my weakness. I couldn't play the I always forget the exact title. Creep of the Necrodancer, I think? That was like a very popular sort of roguelike or roguelite that was like all was based about on rhythm. I just couldn't play that game. Even so, I like the aesthetics and like the music and all this. Basically everything. Just couldn't handle the rhythm stuff. Okay, that was kind of like interesting detour, you could say. Like two. Oh no, another guy who's dead. It's like literally the same asset. Yeah, it's kind of. I feel like this theory about hundreds of arrow guys that just keep dying on their work. That feels more plausible. I suck at them too. I like the combination. So rhythm-based hack and slash. Yeah, this one. I mean, the Hi-Fi Rush is very good at, you know, at all those accessibility options and like overall providing like a lot of like this, for example, right? The very like explicit like rhythm beat bar or whatever you call it. So it's like it provides a lot of help for people who are like just not very good with rhythm. And so that is definitely what I appreciate about this one. I don't feel repelled by this game, you know? Even so, I'm definitely like, I feel like I'm underperforming because of how I just suck at all the rhythm following stuff. Oh, interesting room. Some sort of office, you know, set up. All those like tables with computers. Man, this, like, I feel like all the computers, like the monitors would just melt, you know? I mean, it's kind of melting. It kind of looks like it melting, actually, yeah. So maybe I'm not that far away from the truth. And just like the corporation, they don't give a fuck. They're like, whatever, dude. We're just going to send another monitor. Oh, the bad guy. Workplace is safe, so must be a malfunction. Should yeah, it definitely feels like one of those situations when it's just like, yeah, you have some sort of problem, you just throw more money at this. Okay, service log part 2, maybe a bit over my head here. Got a lot of arrows, and I mean a lot. Actually, I don't know what to do with all of them. Way more than I need, but I won't let them go to waste. What's easier to understand where to go, 1 arrow or 10 arrows? I already heard my work being noticed. A lot of arrows around here. Yep, that's me. And you know what? I bet that guy ain't lost. Yeah, okay. I wonder if that was the guy that we saw earlier. The one that just a bit overdid this, you know? Yeah, was it you, buddy? Honestly, I feel like he got killed. Like someone murdered him, you know? Just like, I don't know. I feel like some other robots just disliked him or something. Definitely feels like a murder to me. It's like SpongeBob, water underwater. Oh, the steam effect. Like, look at this just... I think I saw the steam like in the first level. They used it in like in a few spots. Like, look at this, how it's just like, oh god, it's so good. It's like so cartoony, but like in a very good way, you know? It's just like, that's steam right here, you know? You can't miss it. And it's like like the shading, the lighting, how it's just, it gets darker at the top, right? Ah, good stuff. It's just, and there's like, oh, there's like, what is it actually? Where it's coming from? Oh, some sort of geyser or something too. Damn. Oh, that's just something good VFXs. There's a blue version of an enemy that isn't actually used in the game, but they're still on display in some places on the map. I like that. Oh, you mean like they're present, like these robots? You can see them like as sort of just like decorative robots, or decorative robots like placed in the map. Yeah, that's definitely like a nice. Yeah, you would expect that in a game like this. Some enemies that would just get scrapped, right? Either because they didn't have time, or they just like decided after a bunch of iteration that it just doesn't work out. But you still have the you still would sometimes have like the model. It's textured, and there are some animations in it, right? So that's instead of like going to waste, you can just reuse it as like some static character, like these guys. Yeah, so that sounds like a nice. Like a very smart use of assets. Okay, what are you talking about, guys?
Don't you think we have enough?
Oh, I love this one. I love this, like a disco display on the face.
Boss.
understand Rue.
Gotta question everything, you programmers. That's why you got transferred.
Oh, this guy, actually, this guy feels... Oh, that's interesting. You can see that in the dialogue, his like his icon or his like portrait was different. Like this, like the disco display, it was like on the face. It was covering his eyes, but the model is like it has a little bit like different configuration. Maybe like they changed it and like in the future, like sometime after the dialogue was set up or something. That's interesting to do. Oh, I didn't break the vending machine. Of course you have vending machine in the caverns, you know. It's for robots. Yeah, those buddies need some juicy soda. I would definitely need some juicy soda. Wait, it's at the goggles. I saw that it was eyes. Yeah, that's like when I looked at the portrait, I also saw it was like the eye. It's just like different eyes. But actually, no, that's like that's like some very stylish goggles they have. Yeah, those drinks. Yeah, they probably. I mean, the vending machine itself probably was just malfunction and just break at this point. But you can probably guess the quality of drinks in this one. Okay, this one looks like I can break it. I guess I don't have the ability. I remember a bunch of walls or gates like this that I feel like I'll get like an ability later, and then maybe like a new game plus I can access the room behind it. Come back later with okay, yeah, so I guess this is what it is. Which is a kind of like, I guess, nice way to add replayability, right, to these spaces. An incentive to return, or like you decide to replay it. Add a bit of a value to this. Second round or third round.
Try this out.
Okay, now I'm getting to this arena that I saw earlier. Oh, that's cool. Cool pack of those lava gazers. Okay. Oh, now you can see the volcano projectiles. Now they're in the arena, and the arena is like noticeably bigger, right? It makes sense to accommodate like this new environmental hazard. I'm missing like every bit. Oh. Oh. No, did I? Okay. Come on, just hit at least one. Well, I hit at least one. Oh, the transitions. Yeah, I really love this little transitions between phases. Oh, all these guys are just... all of them have shields. I also like how you can see the shake, right? Like the camera shake and the sound of the shake too, before like the volcano gets launches all its projectiles on the area. Like right now, for example. Like this game is like so good at giving you like so many UI hints, VFX hints, like a lot of just like warnings when it comes to combat or like using your abilities and stuff like that. So that I definitely appreciate this, like the clarity aspect. Oh, what? What? What was that? I got hit by the volcano meteorite, and I just like I had like a quick time event. Okay, I'm actually kind of close to dying. Yeah, so right, it looks like the collectibles, like they're dynamic. When I punch enemies, the game gives me like medkits if I'm low in health. Alright. I feel so overwhelmed a little bit right now. No. Come on, just... Okay, that was... No! Oh. I just love launching enemies in the air! Yeah, that was... No, the animation when I'm on fire is kind of funny. Yeah, lots of C's. Okay, yeah, that's actually was quite enjoyable. Like this new environmental hazard that they added. Wait, is it a robot in... God, oh my god, this game... Like, in the previous levels, yeah, there are also like the whole, like, corporate being, like, inhumane, you know? And when it comes to robot... Oh, yeah, there's another robot. But it was kind of like in a very sort of, you know... very, you know, light, like, kind of... innocuous way, like, yeah, robots are kind of getting mistreated, but it's more like a joke, you know, it's like, haha, like, they're getting overworked, or they're getting, like, impossible tasks, you know, but, okay, whatever. They're still, like, at least they're alive, you know. In this level, they just start killing these robots, they're just, like, bodies buried under, like, a bunch of, like, what is those, like, I don't know, rocks, earth, whatever, some dirt. It's just getting so much grim. Yeah, like the arrow guys, that was just like, it looked like someone killed them, like literally killed them. And now these guys, like someone like just decided like, oh yeah, this robot collapsed, I'm just going to bury under this fucking mountain of dirt or whatever. Yeah, it's getting like, it's escalating. I would say quite quickly. The whole like robot mistreatment theme. Okay, we had another service log. Phew, placing arrows near the volcano. Not safe, let me tell you. But you know what's even worse? Getting lost, not knowing where to go after you reach the volcano. I'm not just doing this service here, I'm basically running the place at this point. People look to the arrows with respect. Find one person here that isn't amazed by the pure brilliant subtlety of the placement of these things. The angle, the pivot, the subtle roll. This is basically art at this point. And I can see feeling this shit. Okay, no, this feels like this is like one guy. It feels like one guy actually doing all this job. Which then raises the question, who killed the robots near the arrows? Yeah, there's a lot of mystery in this one, right? A lot of environmental storytelling that just creates a lot of questions, you know, in your head. Okay, actually, where I'm going? This looks like a critical pass, and I guess this is like where I can do a bit of exploration. Wait, I just came from the... Okay, I completely forgot that this is where I came from. Alright, so it looks like I just have one way to go. I like these arrows, like the neon sign arrows, you know? They look stylish. And you know, the animation is nice too. Okay, anything below that I can jump down to? Doesn't look like it. Oh, I remember these robots. I always feel so bad when I have to get an item from them. Buddy, I'm sorry, it's...
3, 2, 1, go!
Fuck. Ah.
3, 2, 1, go!
Just look at him, he's in pain. God damn it. And I'm prolonging his pain.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh my god, okay, just stop. Don't panic. Okay, what am I doing wrong now? I'm actually confused. And this is what it is in the end. Look at, like, how brutal it is. I literally like tore him apart. It got like his insides, you know? I mean, the corporation being evil and mistreating robots and just like abusing them, that's one thing. The main protagonist, who is supposed to be like in opposition to this corporation, doing also this, nah, that's just wrong. That's just some symmetrical clash, I would say. Oh, I really love the barrels. How like the barrel destructions. Just when you hit them, like the distortion is just like so satisfying. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Another arrow guy. No, this arrow guy. If he's like if it's one robot, I think he's just killing them. He's like it's like he kills a robot and then marks his victim with his arrows. like some sort of psychopath. I don't know. Okay, the next piece of the story. What was it all for? All these arrows to lead to a rail? You can't even use this? It's like I was put on this planet for someone else. Like these arrows weren't for me, but for some greater being. For those who come next. I slipped on the loose rock. Ankle bolt joint is messed up. This may be my last sign. Better make it count. This is the way out of here. Don't lose hope. And don't get too involved in the job. Already sense it, my replacement. I'll be lost in time, forgotten, but I'll have shown the way. This is what's counting. Man, this is like a Blade Runner. Remember the monologue that the guy gives. I forgot the name of the actor. Fuck. So this is the guy. So wait a second. So I guess there are actually many arrow guys. And another body, like, oh my god. Also, these like protection helmets, like the construction, helmets. Who are they for? They're not for robots. Clearly, robots are not wearing them. But there are no humans in this area too. Like, is it like another example, another bit of environmental storytelling that shows how like the corporation is just completely like irrational and wasteful with its like resources? It's just like, yeah, we're going to buy a lot of the shit that nobody needs to use even because we can. Okay, so that looks like the end of this whole area. It's just pretty cool. I liked it a lot. Like this particular, just that one room felt like a level, like micro level, right? In terms of pacing, in terms of like introducing a new like environmental hazard, I won't be surprised if the volcano is just like it used like once, right, in this particular spot. Probably not so. I feel like it would be a bit too wasteful, but we'll see. Yeah, otherwise that was like really enjoyable, like micro journey, you can say, in the whole level. And just like look at this place. I'm ready to become one with these sexy pipes. Bring me in.
Here we are, indeed.
Okay, now we're getting
I'll
to
try.
the
Just get in there.
actual laboratory. All right, I like this.
Continue to avoid my email, Zanzo. I'm making this public. No more budget approvals until this defect fiasco is done with. Full stop.
You dare interrupt my creative process, Roper? The gears are turning in my mind with passion.
I don't care about passion. I care about profits.
Spoken like a true money man.
Enough. Just help security with their orders.
Upper management doesn't seem to get along.
When do they ever? Let's just keep focused.
Okay, we got a new character introduced to us. Oh, this guy has like... he is full of himself. Like you saw stickers of him earlier, like in a few places. Okay, let's grab some. Let's destroy this vending machine. Oh, we can read something. Okay, Zanzo's order request. Look, clowns, I don't care if this door isn't connected to anything yet. I want this entrance looking perfect, so install this door ASAP. People, especially Kale, come to visit R&D and the first thing the first thing they see is unfinished entrance. What do they say about us? That we're half-baked. That we don't have a vision. Yeah, that's... I kinda, again, I like... this particular bit I like a lot. How, like, the game just, like, explicitly acknowledges, like... As a player, you probably can guess, right? If you're, like, experienced player, you probably can guess, like, yeah, this door, this gate... Oh, rather a gate, actually. That's not a door, I'm sorry. That's a fucking gate. It's a giant G, you know? It doesn't lead anywhere. It doesn't connect to anything. It's just decorative. But... There's like another instance of like the game, the writing, acknowledging this, like telling this explicitly, like turning into like a joke. Like, yeah, this gate doesn't actually connect to anything, but you know what? It's because this guy, the villain of this area, like he's so eccentric that he forced his robots to build it. You know, it's just also like another. Oh god, he just. He just puts images of himself, like the cardboard, everywhere. I'm surprised there's like no cardboard of him, like on this particular platform. Yeah, and the benches too. Like, holy shit! Look at these man, these. Oh, look at this! This guy even has like a plushie of himself. Jesus Christ! What a narcissist! What, a VTuber or something? Anyway, like look at these benches. I talked like on one of my on one of the previous streams how this game is just some of the assets, like metrics wise, when it comes to like your like adequate consistency with your character's metrics is just a bit over the top. Is a bit just too much. And this bench is a good example. Like this bench, even so, I'm a more of a teenager, I think, right? I'm more like in my like I don't know 18 years old, somewhere around this age, I think. Even if you get this into account, this is not a bench for people to sit on. It's fucking huge. It's fucking bad. But even as a bad, it's bad for giants. You know, like giants are supposed to. It's like a bad that would giants use in Honor Londo in Dark Souls. It's like who will sit on it, right? It's just like how many people can sit on this? You can like place like 20 people on this bench, and there will probably still like a few free space. You know. And another thing is, it's just like, who's going to sit in this particular spot? Who's going to decide that I'm going to chill? I'm going to just sit on this bench, enjoy the lava falls. It's just this particular part is probably intentional, right? Like with the gate, for example, like this. This is like a part of this villain's eccentric nature that, you know, they decided to put benches where it just makes no sense. But the fact that the benches are just so gigantic, they look kind of ridiculous when you compare them to my character's size. That's, I'm not sure is intentional. That just feels like an oversight. Oh, I like the reflection. Look at that. Look at this nice reflection. Actually, it's not really nice, but I still approve. Oh, nice little lava pools under the glass. That, oh, it just reminds me of some Minecraft architecture, you know? This is what someone would like to do in Minecraft. They're like, oh, I want to show some style. I'm gonna make some lava pool, you know, under glass floor. Okay, let's explore. Oh, this, I remember this guy. My favorite prop to beat the shit out of. I also like how it literally has health bar, you know? No. And the steam too, you can... I will recognize the steam effect everywhere. Beautiful. Okay, what's up here? Oh, look at this cool graffiti.
Another one. Pretty awesome. Who's making all these?
I wonder if we'll encounter the artists of this graffiti. Some foreshadowing. Actually, it is an interesting point. How people get into this area, right? If the gate is not functional, it doesn't lead, it doesn't connect to anything, how people get inside? Like how, you know, executives from other like branches of this corporation get into this area? Like they're using this rail to... Probably not. So that's kind of, yeah. I feel like this area is just inaccessible. That's it. Like, if someone would like to get to this particular spot, they can't. Okay, another chip. Oh, what? Oh, all right. Okay, that's. Oh man, this is kind of unfortunate because it clearly looks like you can land on it, right? It literally looks like this asset, like this roof, right? It's basically the same prop. It looks like, and it's just. It visually looks like you can jump on it, you can land on it, but no. And also the fact that there is this particular rock that you can land on and not die. But there is no like, yeah, I don't think there's like any point to this. Yeah, it's not some hidden exploration, you know, room. Anyway, let's get inside, and I'll probably end stream on this note. That's cool. I really like this transition, like this environmental transition, right from that the cavern area, and now we're getting into this like very fancy sci-fi, you know, corpo architecture, holograms, stylish lamps, all these screens. Good stuff. Yeah, okay, I'll probably end here. Didn't progress much. But it's been 2 hours already. Yeah, actually, oh man, I don't know. I said that I feel that would be probably like the last stream of Hi-Fi Rush, but I'm kinda in the mood to just keep playing it on streams, you know? I feel like the game, like in terms of level design, right? The highlight probably was the environmental hazard, right? That I was just unexpecting at all. So I feel like there are still a bunch of interesting stuff that this game will throw into our face in terms of level design. So I'll probably will keep for some time at least do a bit of this like stream switching. I'll like next time I'll try to stream on Tuesday. I'll stream some indie game. I actually like saw on Twitter a GZ like a Stalker inspired first person shooter that it was done in GZ Doom, I think. That looked quite interesting and intriguing. So I'll probably play this game on next Tuesday and then we'll play some Hi-Fi Rush again. So yeah, that was it for today. That was quite exciting. I was kind of a bit sleepy, a bit tired before the stream, but man, playing this game, you know, just it pumps energy into it. You know? Oh, hello Double Dot. Hello Double Dot. Yeah, yeah, that's it for today. I'll see you next time. Thanks to anyone who stopped by the stream and who watched this VOD and got to the end. Yeah, that's it for this one. I'll see you next time, probably on Tuesday. Have a good rest of your day, and well, bye bye.